Okay, so there's going to be a time where you're going to be asked to use a table on your graphing calculator to find the zeros. So we're going to do that the exact same way as the example that I did in class, where we had 2x squared plus 7x minus 15. Now, instead of going second graph and doing all those steps to find the graph that you can find in the other video, you can just go to the table instead. So you hit the blue button, the second button, and then you see where it says table right there, hit that button. Now we have a table. So then we're just going to move up and down until we find when y is 0. Oh, look at that. So at 0, x is negative 5. So our graph crosses the x-axis at negative 5, at the point negative 5, 0 to be exact. And so what I want you to notice is, look, the 0 is going to be where it changes from positive to negative or from negative to positive, right? Because if you think about how the x-axis looks, you know, you have, see if I can pull up this notebook page real quickly. If you have an x-axis, if it crosses the x-axis, let's look at this. Let me get some x-axis going on here. So if I have a parabola and it crosses the x-axis, you can notice that here the y values are positive, and the 0 is where it crosses the x-axis, changing from positive numbers to negative numbers. And where it crosses again is where it changes from negative numbers back to positive numbers. So that could be useful. Look, right here. Oh, it's positive numbers, and then it changes to negative numbers. How? Because it crosses at 0. So let's scroll down to see if it ever changes from negative to positive again. Oh my goodness, look at this. It goes from negative 6 to 7, a negative number to a positive number. So that means it has to cross the axis one more time. And so what we need to do is zoom in. And so what I'd like to do is go up to the value where it crosses from negative to positive. So at the 1 or at the 2, either one. And we are going to change our value. So you see up here how it says press plus. Now we can change our scale. So instead of going up by 1s every time, we can go up by 0.5s or 0.2s. Or for me, I always just do 0.1. So hit 0.1 and then enter. And now look at this scale, how it changes. And oh man, we also see that there's a 0 at 1.5. Good grief, Charlie Brown. So I'm going to change that back to how it was. We're going to do one more example, and then that'll be it. So instead of that equation, let's do, I don't know, let's say 5x squared plus 30x. Oh, let's do 32x. Make it a little more neater. 5x squared plus 32x plus 12. I like that. Hard to factor. Don't know what's going on. Let's look at the table. And so we're going to scroll up until we see, oh, look at that. Right away, we run into an issue. When we change from positive to negative numbers. Already, that didn't last very long at all. Let's keep scrolling up just to see. Oh, look at that. So y is 0 when x equals negative 6. So we know one of our answers is x equals negative 6. And we know that because it changes from negative numbers to a positive number. And so we want to go down to here where it changes from negative to positive. See how it goes negative to positive? And we want to change our table. Press plus for change table. Press plus, change table to 0.1. Look at that. Negative 0.4 is another 0. So that is how you can use a table to find the zeros. X equals, what did it say, negative 6 and negative 0.4. So that is all. Goodbye.